Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Edward Redux, and welcome back to another reaction video of sorts. I just want to share this guy with the world. So, a couple of years ago, I was looking up speaker videos on YouTube. I don't know why, just seeing a speaker move visibly just tickles me. So, I was looking up speaker videos, so like, tiny speaker tests, or something. And, I mean, there's more out here now from like bigger channels, but I came across this guy, this kid actually. He's probably like 17 now, but he was probably 14 when he made the video. Djij Speaker Guy. Yeah, this guy. For some reason, his channel doesn't pop up properly. And if there's some video glitches in this video, that's because my graphics drivers are having an issue. I don't know why. They just decided to not install properly. So I'm just going to have to wait for them to roll out another update for NVIDIA control panel or whatever, so that it actually installs properly. Because it still says it's not installed, even though my video drivers are very clearly working. However, weirdly. So, anyway, who's... He responded to my comment recently. I left another video, but I left another comment today, like literally an hour ago or so, and it looks like he just responded to this one. I left a comment about a year ago. Oh yeah, sorry man, I'm gonna read this on my video. So I said, lol, this is the stuff I had wanted to do in 2014 to 2017 if my parents would let me. Actually, I wanted to do it when I was 9, aka in 2012. So, yeah, if my parents had let me do this kind of stuff, which we are actually going to watch this video. That's the subject of this video, is watching his video. But let's just read this first. So I said, yeah, this is the stuff I would have wanted to do. And he said, nice that there's still an audience for my old videos from when I was 12. My parents would sometimes take me on trips to the thrift store and give me their old electronics. Also, this was a nostalgic point of my life. Lots of other stuff was going right for me, and even the music on the radio takes me back. I thought I left a comment about that, but I guess it got deleted. I feel like my overall video quality has improved greatly, but looking back, this is still impressive for a 12-year-old with a new channel. This is true, and you got like thousands of views. Like, let's see. I think that has like 16,000 views. Okay, 11,000 views. Which is weird, because my laptop says differently. I was just watching this video on my laptop, and it said like 15,000 views. Now it says 11,000. YouTube, what are you doing? But anyway, so I came across this video. And naturally, I knew what it was going to be, but I was in for it. It was just a kid plugging in freaking speakers into a power supply that's hooked up to a radio. Shit I would have wanted to do, so, like, yeah, let's go watch it. But he does a bunch of other stuff, and he reached 1,000 subscribers quite recently, in fact. Okay, maybe not recently, but in the past couple years, and that's going to become relevant in a second after we watch the video. So, let's get started. I think my audio setup is screwed. This is not okay. Oh, I muted the site. I didn't just mute the tab. When I live stream, I put my freaking I mute the website, or I mute the tab. At least in Firefox, that's what I do. But I guess this time I went into Chrome. And when I live stream, I look at the chat, and to do that, I have to go onto my live stream, which plays audio that I don't want in the live stream because it'll echo over and over. So I mute the tab, at least in Firefox, and apparently in Chrome, the feature is called Mute Site, which mutes the entire website. So that could be useful, but I'd rather have the other option. I'd rather have both, actually, Mute Tab and Mute Site. But anyway, let's get back to this.
So here, I have some small speakers, and this is just the beginning of my
only the beginning
comparison extravaganza.
Yeah, so this is like a speaker that you would get in like one of those talking cards. You pull the electronics out, and that's what's inside. This is actually from Snap Circuits. At least I think it is. Because, well, I had Snap Circuits which are like they're like circuits you snap together with like shirt buttons, like metal shirt buttons, and those are actually the contacts, like electrical contacts in the system. And you can buy like different parts and stuff. And the radio came with a speaker. They're like a radio unit kit thing for you to put together. It came with a speaker, and I guess this is what's inside of that. And that might actually be what he's using to power these, or to get the radio off the air at this time. Speaking of which, didn't like TV, over-the-air TV die? What's radio still doing alive? I'm glad it's still there, because it's awesome. It's just kind of weird that the audio is still around, but not the video. It's weird. Usually the audio is the first one to go, but anyway, let's get back to this.
This one right here,
Look at the cute little speakers.
Here are from toys. These came in a bag. This came in one of those birthday card things that when you open it makes sound.
Exactly.
And this one came out of a cool circuitry kit.
Which is snap circuits. Actually, I can tell this is the exact part that was used in that, because I just recognize the speaker itself, just the little ring inside of the bigger ring, and then the electrical circuitry here. Yeah, I recognize that, because I could see inside of the speaker unit. But anyway.
And let's test them.
And actually, this is a completely different type of speaker. This is, I think, a membrane speaker? I don't know. I think these are all membrane speakers. But these are, they're different kinds of membrane speakers. Because these have like a plastic film that actuates and makes the noise instead of fabric or whatever the hell this is.
This one's really horrible. You can hardly hear it. Now let's get to the next one.
I feel like he's not exactly upping the power as he's upping the size. Of course, you must be later on in the video, because the speakers, spoiler alert, they get pretty big. So he would have had to be, upping the power eventually. But I think this one requires more power than these. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still sick.
A little bit better. Now let's get to the next one.
You can hear things. What the hell's going on with that one? I think it's because his alligator clips are literally clipped onto the membrane itself. So that's probably an issue.
Okay.
But here they still are, so obviously that's not the entire issue, because now it works.
Sounds pretty good. Let's get to the next one.
And he's doing the thing that I always did, and my dad always told me to stop doing it. Just push on the speaker membrane when it's doing its thing. I just like feeling it. But, yeah, apparently you're not supposed to do that, for obvious reasons, but, yeah. People still do it. It's fun.
That one's louder, but there's evidently less bass.
Wait, what? No, there's more of everything.
There's definitely less bass, I should say. The speaker, which is the first one that's actually made of proper metal.
I don't think those electrical contacts are secure.
It should be made out of.
Oh, there he goes, fixing it, I think. 0.5 watts. Uh-oh. Having issues. Ah, cop out.
Sounds very much better, but still really bad.
Yes.
The speaker.
But that's the point. Sounds surprisingly good.
Start to definitely hear detail.
I don't know, I just love how it says that.
As far as I remember,
detail.
This
You can
one's
hear
really
detail.
muddy and muffled. I was wrong. No, that one's
song's very
pretty
weird.
good. I don't remember this one being very
It's one of the songs that I
detailed in sound
don't
at
even know what
all.
it is. See, he needs to be adding more power.
Yeah, out of all of those, the green one was the best.
No, you don't know
The
that.
next category, the full range. Okay, now I got our full ranges.
Just kidding. It's
One
good
from
fun.
One from a Cyber Acoustics computer speaker just like this. Generic one. Sony surround.
A generic one that's someone's poked several times with a sharp instrument.
One to AIWA surround ones.
Actually, the reason why I was looking up why I watched this video to begin with at all a couple years ago is because of these speakers. I think I saw this either in the thumbnail or it was like with a few other speaker videos. I saw these in the thumbnail, so I was like, oh, I'll just watch this one as well. And yeah, I was looking up these because no one knows what they're called. I mean, I've seen some places call them coaxial speakers, but I'm pretty sure that's just a generic term you could use to describe any speaker, or maybe it's just the ones that have a core in the middle that just stays there, and the membrane fluctuates, but the core is still there. Because with these, the core moves with it, or the center, whatever's in the center moves with the rest of the membrane. But we actually have speakers in the home theater that don't do that.
A Panasonic tape player one, and a Magnavox one from a boombox. Let's get to testing. I remember this being really loud. Loud. Oh.
That was a loud
Here we
crickets.
go. That speaker's not got the best bass. Let's get on to this one. Yeah, way better bass, but not as loud. And
But you were fingering it. You have to get your finger off
into
it.
some problems with it today.
Because you have your finger on it.
Connection. That sounds similar, just not as.
I don't know why the thing
weird
on the
and muffled.
God damn it. I don't know why the thing on the back is so much bigger than all the others. It's kind of faking you out.
Similar, just not as weird and muffled. A surround speaker. Loud. We're getting bass now out of these, which is why I think this one's good, because it has that bass.
Oh, you can see it moving.
Yep, and it's even
Oh, someone's poked that as well.
moving the cone.
All of these move the cone,
Got
by
this
the way.
one.
That's how they make noise. If they weren't moving the cone, they wouldn't make any noise at all.
Song change.
But I know what he means. You can visibly see it moving.
Star 101.5.
Here we go.
Friday night. I miss
Sounds
this era
pretty
of San Jose radio.
That tape player speaker is really responsive. Going to the boombox one.
Oh! So,
Check that out.
so you can't hear it because there's actually no audio in this section of this video. And I have a theory on why. It either got corrupted on YouTube, which it could have, but I think the more likely scenario is he reached 1,000 subscribers a couple years ago, and he recently got monetized. And 2 years ago, there was audio on this part of the video. Like, you could hear the song. Because I actually really like this song, so I wanted to hear it. And you could hear it before, but about a year ago or two, right here, there's my comment, a year ago edited, I'm having a bit of trouble playing the second half of the video. The audio doesn't seem to work. It lasts for a few minutes. Which it does. I mean, up until maybe around here, when he's like halfway through the through the woofers, and that rubbed me the wrong way until I realized, well, he probably just got monetized. He was making a little bit of money. Of course, he probably didn't make anything because the payout thing is $100. You have to make $100 on YouTube before you see any of it. I'm at $13, so you can imagine it's pretty hard to do, no matter what you're doing. But he probably just wanted to see some of that. So he had to cut out some of the copyrighted music. He probably cut out Friday Nights, or whatever that song is. I think it's by Sia, but yeah. He probably had to cut that song completely out, which YouTube gives you the ability to do in its inbuilt editor on the platform itself. You just mute the audio for a specific duration of a copyrighted song, so you don't get stricken anymore and you can earn money from it. He probably did that instead of disputing the copyright, or maybe he did dispute the copyright and they just decided to not let him be, and they just decided to keep up the claim, which is an asinine move on their part. So that's probably what happened, and then he had to cut out the audio. He didn't have to, but he probably did cut out the audio anyway, so he could earn money from the video. It has 11,000 views. That's $20. You know what $20 is worth to a 13-year-old? No, when you're a kid, you want all the money you can get. So $20, that's a lot. So you probably wanted that, even though you probably didn't get it because YouTube and monetization and bullshit. But so that's probably what happened. So we're gonna skip past a few minutes of the video that doesn't have audio, sadly. So about halfway through almost all the way through the woofers. Which these woofers look kind of weird. This one is copper. This one's aluminum. The cone is anyway. Some of the material. And there's a name for it, but I forget what the word is for it. And then these are just normal membranes. Yeah, here we go. Audio struts back up.
A little bit of a mechanical distortion going on there.
And what's weird is it's like mono for a couple seconds, and then it's stereo again. It's really weird audio, YouTube.
Now let's get to our woofers, which are really big.
Oh, okay. So he hasn't even got onto the woofers yet. These are different full-range speakers, bigger than the other ones.
Okay, here we go with our woofers. I might need to get that up higher.
No, much better than my first camera setup. Much better than my camera setup right now, actually. This camera's set up on a garbage can.
Because these are big, and they take space. Here we go with woofer number 1, made by Awa.
Cups.
Check that out.
Long way round.
The speaker is actually moving around when the bass hits. It's not really noticeable with this driver, even though it's loud. It doesn't move around a lot. Yamaha.
Ooh, that's some good bass.
Again, it's really good for that movement.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Actually, more in real life, the camera.
And someone died in the background. He had to go clean it up.
As I was saying, the last one moved.
I don't know what happened there.
More on in real life than it did on the camera because of a weird effect. And I just realized there's a commercial on the radio. So part of me will change that. Here we go with the Fisher woofer. This is so good that I have to shout.
Actually, this song is still playing on the radio.
And now there's not as much bass.
The way tonight, no regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me
around a lot. Now let's get to our final Pioneer woofer. It's pretty good. So let's see about that.
This guy's really goofy.
Oh.
You didn't connect the goober.
Well, let's see about that.
Oh wait, no, I think that is actually an electrical contact.
Oh.
It's probably just running over the speaker, and it probably got unplugged over here.
Sorry. Here we go. This woofer actually distorts a lot. That one just distorted a lot and it wasn't very loud.
Actually, I do have a speaker that it's currently in use. It's actually right there. It's my left surround. Yeah, so I have a 7.1 system around here. I have Polk Audios in the front. Those are the 3 speakers up here. Then I have 2 Infinities out here. But the left Infinity, like the left side Infinity, it has a tear just like this. Just like that. So I can hear it distort whenever I do tests on it. But when it's just a normal use, I don't notice it. So yeah. And then I have 2 more Polk Audios back to make it a 7.1 system. The back surrounds. So yeah.
Actually distorts a lot. That one distorted a lot and it wasn't very loud. Now let's move on to our last category, which
not for the size,
are,
though.
You'll see.
Will be. I don't know if I'm feeling so sure.
Right here, they're called...
He did another video for tweeters. I'm not going to play that one here, but I just watched it on my laptop, and I don't know, I find it so funny, the fact that he's just smashing, like, radio music through tweeters. What an idea. Totally in me. Totally something I would have done.
The subwoofers.
And I was doing the same thing, but with subwoofers. You're not meant to do that, but you can, because they're just standard electrical components, so why the hell not? It's pretty fun.
And they're strictly for low bass. This is a Panasonic sub.
Theoretically.
And it's really good.
Oh yeah, see, he was turning his amp up. Or turning the volume up.
Check that out. That's actually vibrating in my hand.
That's what she said.
You can really
tonight.
This is the new sound of 106.1 Kiss FM.
New music
106.1.
now. Lindsay Sterling.
We had a station called 106.5 that played music very similar to this, actually. I mean, all these songs were on the 2017 roster. I'm currently making a playlist of all the mixed 106.5 songs. At some point, it got 106.5 got designated to a freaking Christian rock something, which made us all sad. But then, miraculously, we were in San Jose, and oh my god, it's back up. Mix 106.5 is back. So yeah, great times in San Jose, California.
Featuring ZZ Ward, Hold My Heart.
song change.
Oh damn, that timing though for the video, that was good.
That's actually a very great speaker. The song did change. Now let's get to our grand finale.
I just leave that playing when I'm just doing random work
subwoofer
around here. That's how good that is. Holy shit!
Check this out. Here comes the bass. Check that out.
I don't know, it just tickles me. And that's what she said.
Don't be afraid to hold it. Even the storm side roses. I know I can stand up.
I think that's
Yeah,
the end,
like
actually.
my best speaker I have. And I'm really happy to show you that. That was the grand finale, which means the video
The grand
unfortunately
finale.
coming to an end. But
Yeah, that was a pretty good
that
video.
was really cool. Bye.
To demonstrate
Whoops. I love it. That's probably, that might be my favorite video of 2017. And I can't even explain why. It's just the simplicity. Like, there's no corporate buttholery going on. There's no sponsors. There's no, I mean, okay. There's a little bit of corporate buttholery going on with the cutting out the music, but man needs his money. So, I guess the same could be said for everyone else. But, I don't know, just the simplicity of plugging radio music with an amp into just a tweeter or even just a subwoofer. Like, I don't know why. It's just the concept is it's super simple and it just tickles me. So I wanted to share that with all of you. So if you see creators like this, give them a mention leave them a comment because it's their passion. They're doing what they like to do, and well, that's what I strive to do. So yeah, I'll see you all in another one of those videos. This has been iRead Redux, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next live stream, short, or video. Whatever that may be, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, or morning, or whatever time it is, where you are.